Speaking of the folks in Wisconsin, Doug Cunningham, a Wisconsinite, I believe, Doug, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
you got that right.
A Wisconsinite with laborradio.org, the Workers' Independent News Service. And, Doug, you have some late-breaking news, as it were, for us.
Well, Governor Scott Walker has actually signed the bill gutting collective bargaining here in Wisconsin after the Assembly passed it yesterday and after some surprise and very sneaky moves by the Republicans to get this rammed through without a single Democratic state senator being present. There was a lockdown of the Capitol yesterday as well, and democracy essentially being mugged here. Political figures here in the state, Democratic representatives, say this is like living under junta rules. And this gutting of collective bargaining for 300,000 state and local public workers in Wisconsin has now been signed into law, but there are legal challenges to this, alleging that there were violations of the law in getting this passed the way the Republicans passed it.
Right. And what's the status of the Capitol building right now and the ability of people to enter it? And what's the status of... I mean, it's 21 minutes past 2. Michael Moore talked the other day about, and I've heard, I've seen it in a number of blogs, and apparently it's gone viral on Facebook, kids walking out of school at 2 o'clock. This is, of course, it's 2:22 here on the East Coast, but I mean, so it's not 2 o'clock yet in Wisconsin. But are you hearing anything about this? What's going on? A couple of questions there at you, Doug.
Well, it's locked. It was locked down yesterday, and legal actions were taken again yesterday to make sure that they comply with the judge's order that had already been in effect, ordering them to keep it open. It was not kept open. I don't know the status as we speak at this moment, whether it's open or not. But all week we really haven't seen it open as it's supposed to be open according to the judge's law. I had trouble getting in the media entrance. Elected officials of the state legislature, Democrats, had trouble getting in even to vote on this collective bargaining bill in the Assembly. One or two had to go through windows, climb in through windows. They were not
elected officials. Isn't there a secret entrance that the Republicans use?
Well, maybe for Republicans, but they weren't letting Democrats use it.
I thought there was some entrance that was like, there was an underground entrance to it or something like that the police were guarding that the governor and the Republicans used. I'm surprised they didn't use. Go ahead.
For security purposes, they have their ways of getting in and out. But in this case, I stopped by Senator Chris Larson's office. He wasn't there. He was in Illinois.
We had him on the radio yesterday and on the TV last night.
Yeah, on Thursday I was in his office, and they were actually letting their staff in through their window in their office, their ground floor window, and they told me that in some cases during this lockdown, they were not allowed to leave the building, to exit the building. This has been just an extraordinary lockdown, so extraordinary that the State Patrol Union, the Wisconsin Law Enforcement Association that represents state patrol officers, has now asked the state to indemnify their officers if they're named as defendants in civil rights lawsuits, because they say that these state patrol officers continue to carry out Walker's orders but are concerned that those orders may in fact be illegal.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Here's a clip of Doug Cunningham at the state capitol.
Hi.
Hi.
I'd like to get into the building, please.
On the opposite side is the entrance.
There's only one entrance open?
The entrance is on the opposite side.
Could you explain to us why the judge's order is not being honored and all doors open to the public? I mean...
And that was the end of that?
That was the end of that. And on Thursday, I was actually stiff-armed, shoved, grabbed, etc., by 3 state patrol officers trying to enter through the media entrance. I had permission from the Capitol Police to enter with other reporters. They let some other reporters through, and as I stepped up to the door, grabbed me, shoved me, pushed me around. They finally pulled me inside and held me there for a moment until they could confirm that the Capitol Police had actually given me permission to get inside, and finally I was allowed in. I've been operating on a press ID, a day pass, and on Monday, the Capitol Correspondents Association is going to rule on Workers Independent News' request to have permanent Capitol ID and be treated like any other member of the Capitol Press Corps. So that's a looming issue here as well. But, the Madison mayor and the local county executive have both filed lawsuits in Dane County and also complaints with the state attorney general in the way the Republicans have rammed through this collective bargaining bill. And the union, the employees union, AFSCME local here in Wisconsin, has also joined in that effort. So those
for Wisconsin, first of all, the attorney general's phone number is 608 608-266-1221 if you live in the state of Wisconsin. And please be very polite and nice. And, if you have concerns about this illegal vote, that perhaps he could investigate. 608-266-1221. But beyond that, Doug, if people want to participate in Wisconsin, if Wisconsinites want to participate in these recall efforts directed at recalling these Republican senators, where do they go? What do they do?
There's a website called Recall the Republican 8, and they can go there. They can also go to the state Wisconsin Democratic State Party website.
Which is wisdems.org, right?
Right, and there's also a website called Defend Wisconsin that they can go to, and they can also check in with the Wisconsin State AFL-CIO. Recall efforts are underway. I spoke to one recall coordinator in just one state Senate district. They had over 600 volunteers the first weekend, and they were out collecting several thousand signatures. Wow. And once these happen, the recall elections, once these petitions are actually filed with the ballot signatures, the recall elections could happen within 6 weeks.
And then we have an opportunity for people who want to participate in the democratic process, small d democratic process, to run against these Republicans and actually. Now, if these recall elections happen, will the Democratic Party put up a single nominee, or will it be a mess? Will it be one of these things with 20 people running?
There has to be an individual candidate, probably a single candidate in each of these districts. And if we flip 3 net seats in the state Senate, that goes back to the Democratic control.
That's great. Okay, Doug Cunningham, laborradio.org, the website, Workers Independent News. Doug, keep up the good work. Thanks for reporting for us.
Thanks, Tom.
It's good talking with you, as always.